More than $500 million lost in a single month at the box office. We have never seen anything like this. And though we have tried to praise Disney with every bit of our due diligence when they deserve it, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we're talking about Loki Season 2, the House of Mouse has not given us much, not much to work with at all. And in terms of their more than $1 billion in losses for the year, that was already impressive enough in every wrong way possible. But losing over $500 million in theaters alone in November, well, it deserves a video, and we'll do one right now. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the channel where we put Hollyweird through the lens of figuring out, hey, where'd the money go? Where'd the money go? And we are here to ask that question about the Walt Disney Company today. If you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe. And remember, folks, we are here to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. Go back and read the articles, watch the videos of some of those other channels that were cheerleading Disney and see how their stuff has aged versus what we've been saying. And don't forget, we're going to audit all of those rumors and scoops we had. We've got the people in place. We're going to have Lauren Connor and Culture Casino audit independently how I did with the scoops this year. We'll let you know. We'll have a report because we believe in holding us accountable. We also believe that of Disney, and here's what we've got out of thatparkplace.com, the website that if you don't have it bookmarked yet, well, you should. John F. Trent, the editor-in-chief over there, financial and box office analyst, claims the Walt Disney Company incinerated $500 million. That's $500 million in just November on the Marvels and Wish. Financial and box office analyst Valiant Renegade, hey, I know him, claims the Walt Disney Company burned through $500 million in just November this year. In a recent video upload, Valiant Renegade asserts this is the story of how the Walt Disney Company incinerated $500 million in November. And yes, folks, the link to that video is in the description. You need to go watch it, but watch this first and then, well, you'll go there. He went on to explain November has been spectacularly terrible. First, there was The Marvels, a sequel that absolutely nobody asked for, and everybody but Disney seemed to know long in advance that this movie was likely to flop, and flop it did. $300 million production budget. And when it comes to advertising, of course, it's even more than that. Valiant is estimating that this movie is going to lose and lose massively. Moving on from The Marvels to Wish, he said, and then the latest debacle for Disney, Wish, an absolutely soulless, corporatized, terrible film that has no redeeming value whatsoever, except to plant a bunch of 100th anniversary Easter eggs up and down the film with seemingly haphazard levels of care. Valiant says that with just $31 million in its 5-day opening weekend, this could be the worst performing box office Disney film since Treasure Planet. How far do you have to go back? Well, you got to go back to 2002 to find Treasure Planet. And then, folks, when you go back to 2002, I want you to go back and look at the average cost of a movie ticket. What was the price of them back then in 2002? And that will tell you something, because imagine a world, folks, where Treasure Planet has double the audience of Wish, a princess movie released over Thanksgiving. Treasure Planet, the bottom of Disney's barrel, may have doubled Wish in terms of butts in seats. That's what they don't tell you, because they want to compare movie ticket prices. Now, Valiant knows that. That's why you go to his channel. He's the one who puts Hollywood through the lens, the financial lens of common sense. After going over daily returns for Wish, Valiant Renegade notes that the film did not even bring in $1 million in its first Monday. In fact, and this is what gets incredible, we've never seen anything like this. It suffered an 83% decline from Sunday to Monday. Folks, when you have numbers as low as what we have seen for Wish, it's very difficult to drop those kinds of percentages. All right? The only way to think of how to give you a metaphor for that, take a piece of paper and cut it already to where it's just a sliver. I mean, you could almost, and then pretend that was the overall box office opening for Wish, okay? And then take a pair of scissors and try to cut 83% off the sliver. And you can see that it's a lot harder cutting 83% off of a sliver of paper than it is to cut 83% off of the original large piece of paper. And I think that's what happens with movies. If you open this low, it's It's almost impossible. I mean, when nobody comes to see your movie, how do you go below nobody? Well, they managed it. They managed it indeed. And now, looking at Strange World, well, this has a shot. This has a shot at being Strange World level bad. And that's really saying something. So, if The Marvels finishes out slightly above $200 million and Wish somehow magically works its way up to 150 to 200 million, then that means that these two movies combined may only actually recover the monies that the Walt Disney Company spent just to market these things for theaters, not covering their production costs at all. And with $200 million on Wish and $300 million on the Marvels, what does that add up to? Well, it adds up to $500 million. And I have even worse news for Disney. They already know this. I suspect they watch this stuff. They already know that there's a very good chance that those films underperform what Valiant Renegade is presenting there. That is not the worst case scenario. That is at least average performance based on where we are today. The Marvels has dropped out of the top 5. It's in 6th place going into its 4th weekend. It dropped into 6th place in its 3rd weekend. And that means that The Marvels is the fastest dropping Marvels movie or MCU movie ever. And then we've got Wish, which I don't know how it can drop. It's already in 3rd place. I guess Trolls band together can beat it week to week, and it might. So this could actually get worse, folks. That's what we're trying to say here. And so ultimately, we're looking at a situation here where if these continue to drop at the levels we've seen, they'll be making almost no money. They could be sitting right where they have been, and that's in a massive loss. So this could get worse. This could actually get up to anywhere between $500 million and $600 million in losses. That's impressive. That even makes Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny look like a success. And for comparison, Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny was the biggest box office financial failure in the history of cinema until the Marvels took that from it. Now, we're waiting to find out from tax filings out of the UK what the final tally will be. Indiana Jones may take that spot back depending on how expensive the reshoots were. The bottom line here is you cannot lose $500 million at the box office in a single month and remain where you have been. Wall Street, what are you doing? I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm not here to tell you whether to buy or sell at all. Don't make any financial decisions based on what I'm saying. But if you think losing $500 million on 2 films in a single month is a healthy place for a company, think again. That's a monumental, never before seen, nothing like it, no precedent kind of situation. Pay attention to the market. This is unbelievably bad. We're not here to deride and destroy Disney. We're here to help them get back on the right track because this is company destruction level bad. This can't go on for years. This cannot go on for years. The company will not withstand it. And frankly, some of you out there may want to see the Walt Disney Company broken into tiny pieces and sold. I don't. I would rather see it used as a force for good. But that will require a tremendous amount of sending the ideologues, the partisans, the activists on their way, and then going out and finding the talent that either left or has yet to be discovered. This will take a decade to fix because you don't land in a historically bad situation and resolve it overnight. And the quicker the access and corporate mainstream media figures out that their cheerleading of these decisions led to a company that is now, in just 4 years, or 6 or 2, however you want to frame this, but from the time that Disney adopted these policies, it has driven them to absolute abyss. And it's time for everyone to wise up to that. This is going to take a long time to turn around. And those who tell you that Disney is just fine and this will be easy, they are wrong. They have been wrong. And it's time to stop listening until they start speaking with some level of common sense. $500 million in a single month is amazing, but not in a good way. And the only way that you can achieve that level of disdain from the market is that you have made the market angry and despondent to you totally. It's the only way. But Disney can turn it around. They need Deadpool 3 to be a home run. If they need Inside Out 2 to go back into the oven, so be it. Do not release another film that is disastrously bad at the box office. Your company can't take it. Don't become Sears. Don't become Toys R Us. You should not do that. And so, whatever that means about cutting content, from now on, this needs the Nintendo seal of quality on it, if you get my drift. Everything Disney does must now be excellent. And they can no longer afford to put out poor quality that drives them to poverty level quantity in terms of sales. That is a fact. Drop the activists, drop the hacktivists, drop the ideologues, drop the partisans. Find people who will help you make timeless tales once more. And, frankly, fall in front of the market and say, whoops, we really messed up. It's going to take more than pixie dust to fix this problem. But fall in front of the market and say, we're sorry, we're going back, we're going to repent, we're going to redo, we're not going to go down this path anymore. Unfortunately, I don't think that Disney is going to do that. And as a result, folks, I'm here to tell you, we'll be debating this later in the week. Disney may be on the path to becoming what we in the industry call a zombie company. We'll talk about it soon. Folks, that is the video for today. If you like it, click the like button, share, subscribe. When you click it, you stick it to the algorithms, hit the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And as always, folks, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
This is Wilton the Troll reporting for That's Park Place, and I'm surrounded by loving and adoring people who are peacefully trying to make sure that poor kids aren't cold in the winter. And just behind me, you can see a totally natural bonfire for baking cookies or making marshmallows.
Yeah, so, Wilson, we really appreciate the effort and stuff, but we're looking for real and, accurate news reporting on that Park Place.
So not like most news outlets, huh?
No.